So I think first thing that comes to mind when I think of auto retailing and futuristic stuff, or the future of auto, is Tesla. And I think in my mind, they've been very, very successful. Obviously, they have that whole brand image. They're like the Apple of cars, basically. But I think a big factor has been that they're direct to consumer in many ways. Yeah. So what's your take on that? Would you say that has put them in front? Like they're more valuable in Toyota now?
Well, and I know some of my friends are going to get, one of my friends is going to get really upset when I said this, actually, because we're very close and we always like butt heads about this. When you say very successful, what do you mean? Because they're very popular.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very altruistic and they're very inspiring. I have to say that. Like Tesla as a brand is something that they're just very futuristic. They're looking forward. You really want to be associated. Yep. You just call them the Apple of all the car companies, which is, great. They only just recently turned a profit.
True.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is something that people tend to forget. That you're in business to make money and you could be in it for all the right reasons. And if you don't make money, then that's going to make it very hard for you to continue doing the right things and the right elements because you won't be able to have enough money to sustain that. Mm-hmm. I believe Uber and Lyft are also in the same the same boat.
Yeah.
So the reasons why normal automotive companies have made the money that they have is because they were able, through large numbers, minimize their costs. So they have processes that they know kind of like what they're doing. They have those costs already down pat. They know where to shave things, and that's how they're making money. Tesla has gone about to trying to do things a different way. They're being very open source in terms of, I think that Elon Musk said at one point, I'm putting all my plans out on open source.
It's all public. Yeah.
So if you make a better Model S than what I do
it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, go away and do it because he really believes in the electrification and that they're considering themselves an electric power company.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're a power company that's right now they're making cars. Now they're making solar panels, but they're trying to bring electricity, batteries, everything. So they want to create a clean energy in a more sustainable way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They understand that the name of the game right now, it could be cars, but it could be something else in the future. So they're keeping themselves quite open. Very, very smart. However, not profitable when it comes to making cars.
Yep.
They have gone around that rule that I told you about, in that if you think that you can buy a car from Tesla from everywhere and you don't have to go to a dealership, you actually go through a dealership in Florida. So all that paperwork
It's all in Florida.
It's all happening in that dealership in Florida. They just, through different back-end services, make it very seamless to the user. Like the end user just get their contract, but they don't know all this stuff is happening.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But places like Carvana are now giving them a run for their money. CarMax as well. CarMax is like, well, we could do that. We could totally like reroute all that paperwork and deliver the car to your house.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Yeah. So now they're creating disruption. And now for CarMax, it's a lot easier to get you a Hyundai Ioniq, which is a very cheap electric car compared to a Tesla, delivered to your home.
Yep.
So all of a sudden, your competitive advantage that you have just really goes away. Mm-hmm. The only difference between your electric car and my electric car is that the Tesla one can do like the happy mode.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't want to bag on Tesla because Tesla is actually really cool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But in the same token, this is a business, and people kind of like lose track of that.
Oh, yeah, easily do, because it was actually announced like when they beat the profitability, when they actually analyzed the stock. The stock price is anticipated as they're selling the car for 200 times more than they're selling it for right now. Mm-hmm. That's how much the stock price is in like actual contrast to the company. Yeah. So because of that, it's like there's this kind of delusion behind like I love Elon and I will invest into it, but never with like the stock price right now, never with this current things, because I'm still looking at the profitability, the roadmap, what they're trying to do on the business standpoint. And then also by them being direct to consumer, a lot of people forget that's great for brand appeal, but it's the most expensive way you can go about it. Because I had an opportunity to go in a fireside chat with Tim Brown for Allbirds, and they're direct to consumer as well. But that was one of the struggles he had to do, because he wanted to control the brand. But by able to do that, you have to first do direct to consumer. Then you have to have your own shops, own infrastructure. It's so expensive.
Not only that, if you know anyone that has a Tesla, ask them how do they go about servicing the Tesla.
Yeah, I heard it tonight.
So, I mean, again, I don't want to really like bag on Tesla too much because I feel that they're necessary. That
Yep.
you need to have companies that are trying to push the envelope
Yeah.
and trying to change things the way
Yeah.
they are. But at the same token, that they have some shortcomings that you know many of the really Tesla fanboys out there, they just like to forget, and you're like, I don't want to be a dick, but you know, there's stuff there. So yeah.